Yeah, man. It's the one only DJ Chase, the pregame part of this podcast right here, back at the new DJ Chase studios, man. Here, first inaugural episode at the new studio, WDJCDB, DJ Chase Radio. This episode is brought to you by College Radio Directory. Use the promo code DJ Chase and Groover, the hottest platform that allows you to get in touch with labels, players, curators, content, get your content, real feedback from real people, not bots. Today we have buzzing hip hop artist, my guy from Ohio. How do you say your name? Tavi Oshon, right?
Tavi Oshon.
Oshon, got you.
Yeah, I was actually born in Ohio, but I never
Yeah.
lived there. Like
Oh,
I grew
okay.
up my whole life in New York, and
Okay.
then eventually I moved to Virginia.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like right now I live in 757 area in Virginia.
Okay. Got you. Yeah, I'm in Charlotte right now, so I'm down here now.
That ain't even
Yeah,
far, man. I
yeah.
go to Charlotte quite often, man. You know,
Yeah.
I like Nana Morrison's.
Okay. You got to come down. Well, you know it's crazy. You the first episode of the new studio, so I just got it. So I'm decking it out. You can't see it right now, but you know what I'm saying. We got to get you down here for the live interview.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So
yeah, I'll pull up.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's talk about your background a little bit. So you were raised in Poughkeepsie, right?
Yeah, I was raised in Poughkeepsie, New York, man. People in that area, we call it Power Kingdom.
Yes, sir.
PK, you know what I'm saying? Growing up in PK, man, was kind of wild, especially through the crack era.
Mhm.
At one point in New York, we were actually like the murder capital of New York City by ratio of population. So it was like kind of hard growing up in PK, man. But, you know, it was a lot of love, family, and everything, but it was wild out there.
Yeah, for sure. I feel you, man. And it's crazy because I was actually supposed, one of the college I was supposed to go to was Dutchess Community College. So I was actually supposed to go to Dutchess, and that was actually the first college I got into. Yeah, funny, right? And
That's what's up, yeah.
yeah. And did you grow up with both your parents, or like just your mom, or just your dad?
Well, we left my dad when I was in like I'll say elementary school, but he still was a factor in my life, you know. But I grew up in a single parent home mostly with my mom, you know, from elementary, like middle elementary school to later on in my life. My mom, you know, took care of us.
For sure, man. And what made you want to be an artist of all things? Like, what made you say, you know what? You know, because like I said, you don't really hear a lot of rappers from Poughkeepsie, and some artists are probably from Poughkeepsie, but they won't claim it. So, what made you want to be an artist?
Yeah. Well, the thing about me, man, like my brother was had a rap group when I was young, and actually we used to like me and my cousin, we used to dance to my brother's rap group. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was real little. We won like a Nintendo or something, man, and they never gave it to us.
Yeah.
And, the competition, it was foul. But now my brother was an MC, man, and my cousin Paris also was an MC. So my father taught me how to beatbox too when I was like a real young kid. So hip hop was like always a part of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay. For sure, man. Now you inspired by a lot of different genres in your music. You don't just rap. You harmonize. You do melodies. You do all types of different cadences in your music. What inspired that?
Well, really, man, growing up in New York, you know, even though it was the mecca of hip hop, you have a diverse, you know, it's a lot of culture. You get people from a lot of different backgrounds. So, you know, you might hear alternative music, you might hear pop, you might hear a little bit of rock here and there. And, you know, if you have an open mind, some of that stuff you're going to like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might hear something, you be like, hey, I might not play this on a daily basis, but this song, all right, you know what I'm saying? And over time, you know, my musical ability, it just allowed me to just be diverse and just write or make any type of music, you know?
Yeah, for sure, man. And transferring now you transferred down to Virginia. What inspired that move from Poughkeepsie to Virginia?
Well, man, just to be 100% honest, man, a lot of my friends were like getting into a lot of stuff, and one of my close friends murdered another one of my close friends, and you know, it was like real. It was going crazy, man. You know, and they were coming through indicting everybody and sweeping up everybody off the street. And I had an opportunity to come to Virginia and start a new life. And I came to Virginia. I seen the beach. I seen, you know, the lifestyle. It was a lot cleaner out in Virginia than it is in New York or whatever. So it was kind of like a no-brainer, man. It was like, you know, I love my city. I love my friends, but do I want to stay here and end up dead or in jail?
Yeah.
or do I want to go,
Mm-hmm.
advance my life and mature and move on? So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I ended up in VA, man.
Nah, I totally same here, brother. Like I got tired of, the city. I was in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? The Bronx and Harlem, and I just
Oh
got tired
yeah,
of it, you know what I'm saying? So you know how we give it
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
very, very familiar with the Bronx and Harlem. Spent a lot of time out there, so I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. And do you feel like your music has grown since you've left New York? Do you feel like I was making a one sound, but now I adopted because when you come to different regions, you hear different things and see what people like. Do you feel like your music has grown since you've been in Virginia?
Yo, that's a great question, and yes, it
Hmm.
has. When I first moved to Virginia, I already had some Southern driven records or whatever, and I had
Hmm.
like reggae driven records and stuff like that. But when I came here, I really had another level of appreciation for Southern music.
Yeah.
Like when I was growing up and Rap City would come on, if it came to a song my brother didn't like, he turned the channel. I'd be like, yo, what you turn the channel for? Because I
Yeah.
kind of liked a little bit of everything, Goody
Yeah.
Mob, A-Ball, MJG,
Yeah.
just all types of people, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when I got down here and I seen the culture and I seen how people were dancing to the music and I seen the parties and people riding by the sound systems, the more you hear it, the more you get familiar with the music and the rhythm and you understand where the people are coming from.
Yes, sir.
I have a whole nother level of appreciation. And I think that it actually evolved me as an MC,
Okay.
being able to, I can rap all ways. Like I could, and it's like authentic. It's not like you hear a New York rapper and they trying to rap Southern and
Yeah,
you
it
like,
sounds
oh
weird. Yeah, it
no,
sounds
man, it
strange.
sounds
Yeah.
fake. Yeah,
Yeah.
but nah, because I've been living in the South for so long and I've had so many, Southern MCs that are my friends and producers,
Mm.
I was able to adapt to the sound, and it's a part of me now because like I'm equally Virginia as I am New York. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
like I could easily go any direction with it. Boom bap, soulful samples. We could throw on a trap beat, whatever, and I'm a murder it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a murderer. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah, man. And now you've been touring a lot. You've been doing your thing. Like you really put the grind in. You know what I'm saying? And my
Yeah,
platform is it's for the indie artists and the major artists, but I favor the indie artists.
yeah.
Touring so much. What makes you say, you know what? I want to keep doing this. Like, what inspires you to keep touring? Because I know a lot of times, because you have your label, we're gonna talk about Bilderberg Records. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about that. So, what inspires you being on the road to keep going?
Yeah, to be honest, man, it's the love from the fans and the audience, man, and the passion that I always had for music.
Mm,
And also, I lost my dad when I was about 15.
yeah.
And, that always been a big driving force to keep me going. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Mm,
to make them proud or whatever and just represent for my family. So, I always keep that in the back of my mind. And plus, like, I have an undying love for music and hip hop.
yeah.
So it's like I never get tired of it. It never bothers me, or if I'm around in another city, it's like it's exciting. Who am I going to meet? Who's going to be a new fan? Who's going to rock with my music? You know what I'm saying? I did a
Yeah.
show in Denver on tour with Benny the Butcher for Everybody Can't Go.
Yeah.
And the Denver show was so crazy, man. The people were begging for more songs. And they just showed a lot of love, man. And that
Yeah.
that performance is actually on YouTube. And
Yeah.
you'll see, man, it was dope. It was
Yeah.
really dope.
Fire, man. So we gotta ask this, right? Now you in the sneakers. So I want to
Mm-hmm.
ask this, the new single No More. All right, what you
Yeah.
got? All right, hold on. You got Flight Club or Nice Kicks? What you got?
Man, I got everything, man. Light Club, Dice Kick, Stock X, Goat. I got the Foot Locker app. I got the sneakers app. I got the Nikes app. I got Adidas Confirm.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm a real shoe guy. And the wild part about it is I've always been a sneaker dude
Yeah.
for a long time. Like back in the day when the pennies first came out, the phone posits,
Yeah.
people were calling them ugly. They were saying they looked like armadillos. They were saying ugly, bad looking shoes. And
Yeah.
I had them back then when they first originally dropped. So you fast forward years later, and now that they're like one of the most popular shoes,
Yeah.
it's like y'all late. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I've been on these, like
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman's, that tie in the middle, the worms,
Yes,
just
yes. Good
just
times.
just
Good
like everything,
times.
man. Like I'm
Yeah.
such a shoe head, man. I got shoes everywhere, man. I got shoes down, man. I got shoes down here by the bed, man. I got shoes
Yeah.
everywhere, bro. I got shoes everywhere, man. I love
Yeah.
sneakers, and
Yeah.
I think it's a dope culture. I like
Yeah.
the fact that they created like Stock X now, so it's like a
Yeah.
stock. for your shoes. So now it's not like you just throwing your money away. It's actually like
Yeah.
an investment.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I have shoes that some shoes went down in value, and I have a lot of shoes that went up in value. Like I have
Yeah.
those Tribe Called Quest
Oh
Midnight
wow.
Marauders Jordan number ones,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I think they currently sitting at around
Two,
3,000.
3,000, 3,000, I think 3,000,
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
yeah, they're somewhere around 3,000, man. And I bought them off somebody for maybe $100 back when they came
Sheesh.
out. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, hold on, hold on. I want to ask you this: how you feel about the Killer Bees, the ones coming out, the Killer Bee dunks coming out?
I feel that it's dope because I'm a fan of Wu Tang.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the first times I ever rapped on stage was with Wu Tang the Swarm. They
Okay.
actually called me out of the audience, man. I was like 14 or 15, and
Yeah.
I was rapping to myself, man. They called me out the audience, gave me the microphone, and it's just like was no turning back. But yeah, I love Wu Tang, and I didn't get a chance to get the shoe back when it originally dropped. So
Yeah.
now this is my chance to get my hands on it. It's like a collector's item, so I probably won't even wear it. I'll probably just put it up somewhere in the closet, man, and hold on to it.
Yes, sir. And I want to talk about the record no more, man. Like, that's record is fire. The video is fire. All those your sneakers? Those your real sneakers?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, those are just the shoes that I got that sit around my bed and like by
Yeah.
my door. Like those ain't even really like none of my real. Because when I was leaving, I had to take a couple contractor bags to the studio where we did the shoot. And I was like, yo, I
Yeah.
gotta throw these shoes in the bag. I'm not about to ruin my very best shoes. So I'm gonna just throw the ones that's, close by, throw them in the bag, take them with me. And we set that shot up real nice. It was actually an idea that I had, man. And when I
Yeah.
told it to the director, he was excited to shoot that shot because it was something different and creative. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure, man. And I do want to ask this, man, getting back to some music questions.
Yeah.
Do you like being in the studio better or you like performing more?
Honestly, I like being in the studio, but I think I get a better like high from being on the stage. Cause
Mm.
like some people get like scared when they get on the stage,
Yeah.
but me, it's like the energy just comes over me and I'm just ready. And I just turn on. You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't
Mm.
matter who's rapping before me, who's rapping after me. I'm just gonna go crazy. I'm gonna just give it my all. You know what I'm saying? I'm working
Yeah.
the whole stage. I'm looking at people in their eyes. I'm giving out stuff. That's another thing. Every time I perform, I usually give something out. So
Mm.
like I did a show in Lancaster with Benny the Butcher. I threw hats off the stage for my record label. Like this is one of them right here.
I need one of those. I need one of those.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I threw money off the stage.
Yeah.
When I was in Denver, I was throwing. I threw hats. Sometimes I throw weed. Like I did this event called it was called Plugs Meet Plugs in Buffalo. And
Mm.
it was Class Murder,
Mm.
Burner from Cookies performed.
Mm.
Billy Kid was there. 38 Special,
Yeah.
Babyface Ray. It
Yeah.
was like a whole long list of people, including myself or whatever. And man, I was throwing pre-rolls off the stage. I was throwing bags of Kush off the stage, yo. People was coming up to me later like, oh, yo, man, I appreciate you, man. Yo, good luck. That was some good smoke. Yo, thanks for looking out, because it's like, it's like this, man.
Yeah.
Everybody always wants to make money. Everybody always wants something from somebody.
But
But
they don't
who
give
ever
back.
gives you anything?
Give them. Give
Nobody
you.
gives you
Yep.
nothing. So it's
Yep.
like, yo, y'all came to support me, so I'm gonna throw something. I mean, everybody might not get something, but some
Yeah.
people in the crowd is gonna get something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well,
And,
think of
and
it this way.
I'm like,
I'm a DJ. Artists think I'll just play their music. Like it's just like just a jukebox. Like I as get what are you doing for the DJ? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna plug me something? You know what I'm saying? Get me a party or something? Like that's the same thing
yeah,
with
you're right.
DJing. The same thing with DJing. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
you're
do want
right,
to ask,
bro.
and I do want to ask this, like, Bilderberg Records. You know what I'm saying? Why that name? Because Bilderberg, the Illuminati, all that. Why Bilderberg?
Well, I'm gonna just be honest, man. Bilderberg is a group of the most elite people in the world
Yeah.
that control banking, that control media, they control everything. And every year they have a big meeting for them to sit down and decide basically what they're gonna do and
Mm.
that we're gonna have to deal with. Like they control everything and they sit down and decide what's gonna happen with everybody in the world.
Mm.
So when I read about Bilderberg, I was like, yo, that's really dope. And I was like, we are that of music.
Oh,
We
nice.
are the most
Okay.
elite in music and we're gonna come together with other people so we can decide what's gonna go on in our culture to try to help and spread our culture in the right way. So we're the elite of music in all genres. I'm connected with a lot of other people all throughout the country. You know, we brainstorm, we network, and even like the Rockefellers are under the Bilderberg Group. So it's like we the next thing after that, and and above that, and we're gonna set the tone and just moving on for the next generation, man. So we can keep this real essence of the art pure, man, because a lot of people exploit the culture. A lot of people just, want to get money and they don't really even care about none of the elements of the culture. So, it's like my task to try to make sure that maintains intact. You know what I'm saying? For the future, man.
Nah, I appreciate that answer for real, my guy. And I do want to ask you, so you got any artists under the label or just yourself or just it's just you?
Right now, because we also do artist development and artist management, and we work with sports figures and everything. But right now, I'm just right now mentoring and managing a couple of artists. Like right now, I don't have anybody that's directly signed to my label. We're actually currently looking for that star, but we have a lot of people that we talk to and that we work with and with their career. Because a lot of people seek advice. Because it's like no matter where you at, if you at the top, you at the middle, you at the bottom, there's something that you have learned or some kind of connection that you've acquired that can help somebody else out there, elevate their career. So a lot of people in my area in Virginia, because we're actually in Hampton, Virginia, a lot of people come because I also am a co-owner of a barbershop. A lot of people come to my shop, and it's like a hip hop shop. People come there and play their music. People ask for advice.
Dope. Okay.
Okay. We connect people all over, man. As an artist, a friend of mine. I recently was in a film called News Cycle.
Nice.
So I have a plug with Man Robinson Studios, which is down in Atlanta. So a friend of mine, he has films that he makes. He has documentaries and stuff that he makes. I actually plugged him with Man Robinson, and Man Robinson distributed his documentary.
Oh, nice. Okay, dope.
So I plug people in all kinds of ways and stuff like that. So people come to us for all types of reasons.
Dope, man. And I do want to ask this question. So do you find it like, are you looking for a major deal or, because you got everything on lock by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like, plus you've been around like Benny the Butcher and he was independent and then he signed to Def Jam. So do you feel like, you want to take the same route?
I'm gonna be honest. I never ever pursued a record deal. I've never put in a demo. I've never ever made an attempt at getting a record deal ever in my whole entire life. I would take a record deal if it was right, but I'm more so looking for one of those Master P, Cash Money type of deals, for my label, more of a distribution kind of partnership. So that way, because I have a whole bunch of artists that I work with, and once that green light is there, people would love to sign and put their projects out on my label. So I'm more so looking for something like that. I would sign maybe for like a short deal, maybe for like a few singles or a couple albums, maybe if everything was right. But I'm not really into how I see people in the future. They end up kind of scrambling. They end up kind of with no money. The label doesn't really care. The label has hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, and then the artist is like somewhere scrambling. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think that's fair. So I never really wanted to, go down that path. And I love my music too much to just give it away to somebody, and I'm not rich, but I'm not chasing a dollar because I'm all right, I'm well off. So, it's not like you can't dangle the carrot in front of the donkey, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm just gonna run, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, no doubt, my brother. And I do want to ask this: how'd you come up with the name Tavi Oshon, right? Tavi Oshon.
That's my real name.
That's your name.
My first name is Tavi. My middle name is Oshon. My last name is Costin.
Gotcha.
And since my original name my name was so original, I was just like, well, I make a fake name. Plus, I like artists like
that's a high name though. That's a high name.
Yeah, thanks. People like Tupac or whatever that also inspiration to me. He used his real name, and it resonates more if you just keeping it real. Like I'm not making up a character when I rap. Yeah. I'm just giving pieces of my life and my personal experiences, you know what I'm saying? So I just use my real name,
For sure, man. And I do ask this, man, because a lot of artists, because especially like you're a popping artist. You feel me? You're a buzzing artist, my brother. And I do want to ask this, like, what has been like one of the hardest things you had to deal with in the music business?
Honestly, is learning. All right, everybody's gonna reach a ceiling, right?
Mm,
And it's not the end ceiling, but you reach your ceiling. So for me, I got to a point where I'm like, well, I got all this music. I have these videos. I know what to do. I have everything mapped out. But how do I get it to the masses?
mm,
So for me, at first, the hardest thing was just getting the marketing and the promotion correct to try to reach a further audience, a broader audience. I think that's actually most underground artists' problem, that they
yeah.
just don't know how to get their music, to where they wanted to get it at. Like they
Mm,
don't have a network of DJs, they don't have a record pool or where they can, and people don't know that you actually have to pay
yeah.
companies for this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To work your
Yep.
record, or you have to go get a publicist.
Yep.
And those type of things are or change your life. Marketing, getting a publicist, getting your stuff, emailed and record pools and stuff like that to the DJs.
Yep.
That is what I think a lot of artists struggle at, and that was one of the hardest things for me. Was just not just be an MC and have all this dope music and videos, but now how do I really spread it? I think that's what
Mm.
the biggest issue I had at first. Yeah.
For sure, my brother. And I do want to ask this question. One of my last questions before we get out of here, man, is you got another full project coming this year, or what you got coming up?
Well, right now I have my new album is called Prima Materia.
Yeah.
That will be dropping soon. It's featuring Benny the Butcher. It's featuring Nature from the Firm. I also have a special guest appearance by Dave East on there.
Nice.
It's a really dope record, and there's like a few other artists that I work with personally here in VA that are also on
Mm.
there. It's a really dope project, man. It's blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of hard work and dedication. Is well and diverse. And it's got some nice entertaining records on there, man. I'm pretty sure people will be happy with that. I also have another 4 albums that I have been working on that are basically complete, that will be following up from this project. So after I release this project, maybe 6 months or so, then I'll be releasing another one.
Yeah.
I have a joint venture with our MC. His name is
Nice.
Killer Bush up in PK,
Nice.
and
Okay.
that album is called Power Kings. We
Mm.
actually have 2 series of that.
Mm.
I have another album that I made with a producer of mine that he was actually murdered in broad daylight. His name was
Mm.
Keefe Go Crazy. He
Mm.
passed away a few years ago. We were working on a project. He wanted to call it 555 because he tried to say like I'm the next one after Jay-Z or whatever. And
Oh, 444 555.
yeah, he was like, my angel numbers. Like I always see
Yeah.
555 everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
since he passed away, I've been seeing it a lot. It's like almost like him talking to me from the heavens, like, "Yo, you got to put this album out."
Yeah.
So in honor of him, I'm still gonna release it, man. But I'm probably not gonna. I'm not gonna probably name it that,
For
man.
sure, man. My very, very last question, King, is this. I ask everybody this. You know what I'm saying? If you had somebody, if you would tell your younger self, I'm gonna go with this one. If you tell your younger self what you knew now, what advice would you give anybody trying to get in the music business today?
I would say stay motivated, stay dedicated, be persistent. Definitely make sure you have your budget together and your money together, because the record industry now is not just driven off of like you being a hot MC. You got to definitely have your money together to be
Yeah.
able to open doors to get to the next level. And I would say, be prepared for the internet, and be prepared to make content, and don't be an introvert, because a lot of the times, people, they're so internal that they're not executing in reality.
Yeah.
So you have things on your mind, but you gotta go out there and make it happen. You gotta make it manifest into reality, man. So
Yeah.
just be prepared and have your money together, man, and just network, and just make smart decisions, man. That's
Yeah,
what I would say.
man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And on that note, we are out of here. My guy Tavi Oshon, man, in the building, man. Plug everything. Plug your social media. I'm sitting there now. I wanted to ask you this question too before I get ahead. I'm trying to find some
Yeah,
of your music on Spotify, so it only has a lot of stuff on Spotify.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
some of my people used to get on me about that because, like,
Yes.
I'm really in person, the street
Oh, nah,
promoter type
nah,
guerrilla grassroots marketing.
nah, bruh.
So, like, back in the day, I used to do a lot of hand-to-hand sales, and I used
Yeah,
to do a lot of stuff like that. So streaming is cool, but it's good to spread, but they
yeah,
really stealing your money. So it's like you're trading your bread for fame.
yeah,
And when I heard Snoop Dogg say, "Man, I had over 1 billion streams, man, and I ain't even made $40,000." You do the math on a underground artist that ain't even getting 1 million streams.
yeah.
It's
It's like
like,
$10 a month. Yeah,
sure. And you paying all this money for studio time. You paying all this
yeah,
money for videos. You paying all
yeah,
that, and you don't get no money back anymore. Like, at least when you
yeah,
had hard copies, you can go
yeah,
out in the street. You can make your money. You can put your stuff in record stores. You can make your money.
yeah,
So I mean, it's not as an excuse. It's just that I don't want to be ripped
yeah.
off by the big corporations.
Okay.
But I'm gonna put some of my songs and singles out there on more
Thank you.
streaming platforms.
Thank you.
So that people can hear more of myself.
But let me
Yeah,
ask you. Let me ask you. You
I
gonna do
have
on
an album
Bandcamp?
on Audio Mac.
Okay, copy. You gonna do Bandcamp too? Bandcamp is good too.
Yeah, I might,
Okay.
man. I'm actually gearing up right now to do a big direct-to-consumer run.
Thank you.
All the record labels are actually going back to that direction because they're realizing that
My
they're
streaming is
getting
ripping
robbed by
over.
streaming as well.
Yep.
Yeah, the labels ain't even getting no money now.
Trust me, you should see. Or you
Labels
see
are
other
going
people. You should see other people I'm interviewing. Like when I got, you should see the money. If you follow my page, you'll see some of the interviews, and I'm gonna add it to my mail list. You're gonna see I got some people talking about that from some big, big departments.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's why, man. But I do have, like I said, I have stuff on YouTube. I
Yeah.
have my album Effortless Perfection.
Mhm.
That's on Audio Mac. And then my last album, Lost in Space, I dropped that in full support of recreational use of marijuana, which, as we see now, that worked and everything is going well with that.
Mhm.
But that album is out there, is an entertaining album. And my new album, I'll probably release some of the singles on streaming, and I'll probably do direct to consumer for a while. And then after that, maybe slows up, then I'll probably put that out on streaming, to reach everybody else,
Yeah.
so that they can enjoy it as well.
Let's
But
get
as
it.
far as shout outs go, I want to
Yes.
say a shout out to the whole cast of News Cycle. Shout out Roger Green Jr. He wrote and directed the movie. It was written and directed by him. Also, Omar Gooden for being a producer and one of the big stars in the film. Dennis L.A. White. I want to shout out Nature from the Firm. I want to shout out Benny the Butcher and the whole BSF for always looking out and showing a lot of love. I want to shout out my boy Hershey Beats because he did a lot of production on my new album. He's also a dope artist and producer as well.
Yeah.
And just anybody out there that supports me, man, and just shares, listens to any of my music, man, I really appreciate y'all. Any artists out there though that's looking for a home, man, they want to be developed. Some people that are gonna not just try to get over on you and take your money. You can hit me up on social media at Tavi Oshon. That's TAVIOSHON. Or you can also hit my website, which is Bilderberg_records.com.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what it is, man. Tavi Oshon, thank you, man, for coming on the platform, man. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna come to get you down here. We're gonna get you down here in Charlotte, man. Do some stuff, some promo runs down here with me. So
Oh yeah, I look forward to that, man. I'm
yeah,
definitely gonna come down there, man. It's not too far. You maybe about
about 2 hours, right?
about 4
4
hours
hours.
or so, something
Gotcha.
like around there.
Okay,
Around that.
a little quick drive. You know this, man. The new single,
Yeah.
No More, playing right here on WDJC DB DJ Chase Radio. The pregame part of this podcast right here on DJChaseRadio.com. Download that mobile app, man. Stream DJ Chase Radio in your phone 24/7. Get that merch, DJChaseRadio.com, Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. And I'm out. Yeah.